Right.
3, 2, 1. Xbox. Available day one with Game Pass, Momo.
I just need to close quickly Mario 64 because I still hear it in the background. Okay, here we go.
Everything will have cross-play and cross-progression on both PC and Xbox, they said.
I paused for a second. Not on purpose.
Oh no, Momo.
Okay, hopefully we're still about synced.
A lot of 18 plus going on in this presentation.
Oh. Yeah. Okay, I think we should be synced. Let's see. I might still be a half a second. Yeah, okay. It should be fine.
Straight from the depths.
It was OBS.
You.
Why is he juggling?
Oh, he's juggling!
Yeah.
That's to show you, Momo, that
like they're having fun in the...
Yeah. Very quirky.
Yeah.
We're quirky people. We're not like the other people. We're quirky. Look at that. Look at that. Expedition 33 over there. Please stand by. Oh, Xbox. We're starting with the secret game.
Okay. Sea of Thieves 2.
That's crazy. But it's Xbox Studios publishing. Team Ninja.
I don't know who it is.
They made Ninja Gaiden.
Oh, makes sense.
Telling me they're making an actual Neo Ninja Gaiden that's 3D and crazy.
チーム忍者の安田文彦です。
あ、これ
Oh, they
単価。
definitely have
今日は
Momo.
皆様にチーム忍者が長く大切にしてきたアクションシリーズの新情報を発表できる機会をいただけてとても嬉しく思います。早速ですがこちらをご覧ください。
Ninja Gaiden, Ninja Gaiden, Ninja Gaiden.
Several years ago, the Dark Dragon, youngest of the divine dragon gods, wreaked havoc across the
Damn.
world. The plot was ultimately thwarted through the efforts of a sole ninja.
Oh,
You
that has to be.
The Dark Dragon's husk remained, and from this husk fell an endless downpour of cursed rain.
There's some crazy future Ninja
The abandoned
Gaiden.
Tokyo continues its struggle against chaos to this day.
Yeah,
Infiltrate
the
the facility.
zombie future Ninja Gaiden.
Commencing
Ninja
mission.
Gaiden Z.
Platinum Games.
Platinum Games.
Hello? Oh yeah, it is Platinum Games when you see that I can play.
Yes. Now, did most
Okay.
of the talent just leave Platinum Games? Yes. But this was sick as fuck.
Yeah. I definitely wanna play this.
This is fire.
The main character is literally me. He has the same hair split, I think. Color.
And Momo the Ninja. He's extending his sword and shit.
Ryu Hayabusa.
Oh, that's cool. The pile diving.
Let's go, Ryu Hayabusa, look at him.
Whoa. The wall jumps are cool.
So you've come, Raven.
Raven.
Back off, Hayabusa. I will execute my mission.
Oh, he's got like fusion
Oh.
swords. Ninja Gaiden 4, baby.
I never played any Ninja Gaiden before, but I've seen them.
大変お待たせしました。最
Fucking
強の忍者となり
hard,
容赦なく
Momo.
襲い来る敵を挑むハイスピードアクション忍者ガイデン頑張りの最新作
I
と
wanted
して
to
忍者
kill
ガイデン
myself
4
for this
発表
fucking
させていただきます。本作はプラチナゲームズさんとの協業で
I
開発を
always,
進めて
I
いま
always
す。
seen it from afar. It looked cool, but at the same time I was like,
プラチナゲームズさんのアクションゲー
I
ム
don't
と
want
いう
to
ジャンルにおけ
emulate
る
it
実績
or
は言うま
anything.
でもなく、ベヨネッタやニアオートマタなど素晴らしいアクションタイトルを生み出してこられました。
Bayonetta
忍
and
者
the
ガイデン4とい
Automata.
うタイトルを10年以上の時を超えて新たに皆様にお届けするにあたり、より多くの方に新鮮な気持ちでプレイしていただけるよう新たな世界を新主人公である
Yeah.
一人の町人ヤクモで冒険するという形で制作することにしました。
Look at him.
先ほどご覧いただいた映像の中でリュウハヤブサも登場しておりましたが、彼は今回も物語に密接に関わってきます。なぜヤ
Oh,
ク
you
モ
can
と戦
still
うこと
play as
に
him.
なったの
Okay.
か、リュウハヤブサが戦う目的は何なのか、本作の物語の中で展開していきます。
任務は必ず成し遂げる。邪魔をするな。
Oh, he has a
物語
cooler voice
は
in
黒
Japanese.
竜
Yeah.
が放った正気の雨によって荒廃した首都東京が舞台となっています。この雨は黒竜がまだ生きている証であり、雨が止まない限り東京に安寧は訪れません。今作の新主人公であり、ハヤブサと対をなすカラス一門に所属するヤクモが首都東京で黒竜を倒し、この世界を晴らすため戦いに身を投じます。
これまで忍者ガイデンシリーズで描かれてきたダークでハードな世界観は継承し、そこにさらに危機を感じさせる要素として呪いやより混沌とした景観のデザインを取り入れています。ステージプレイ中に街が呪いの影響を受け、ビルは崩れ、道は歪み、ヤクモをピンチに陥れることでしょう。舞台となる東京はとある出来事によって街全体が崩壊し、魔族やヤクモと敵対する勢力がひしめき合う状態になっており、環境全体がプレイヤーに牙を向くように感じられるはずです。
The rail sliding is cool in any game.
危険に満ちたスやリングやシリーズおなじみの体術など忍者アクションを駆使して乗り越えていくことになります。
Oh, he has a
レールアクシ
grappling
ョ
hook,
ン、スイングアク
Momo.
ションなどのダイナミックで爽快なシチュエーションを多く追
Oh,
加しま
the
した。
train. How is the train fitting on one single rail like that?
You know, it's
隠
just
さ
your
れた
chain.
Maybe, yeah, I
ステージ
guess.
が進むごとに上がっていくテンションにも驚いていただけると思います。
Ah, he's so sick.
新しい主人公のヤクモは竜ハヤブサに次ぐ新たな町人です。彼にはまだ若さも残っていますが、カラス一門を背負う天才忍者でもあり、忍者ガイデンシリーズにおける忍者の頂点、竜と肩を並べる次世代の町人たり得る人物として
Dual
デザインしてい
katanas.
ます。
Sick.
そんなヤクモの前に立ちふさがるのは荒れ果てた東京の治安維持組織であり、黒竜の封印を守る竜神島や現世に蔓延する人ならざる者妖魔、そしてもちろんシリーズおなじみの魔人も登場します。また
I thought to
現時
change
点では公開していませんが、新たなキャラクターやシリーズファンの方に喜んでいただける人物も登場しますので、続報にご期待ください。
従来のシリーズからバトルスピードをさらに加速させ、目にも止まらぬスピードで敵との攻防を繰り広げることができます。ヤクモが使える新要素、結節忍術ヌエの型を駆使したダイナミックな攻撃によって、これまでから大きく進化した一対他の戦闘を可能にしました。ヌエの型ではこれまでの忍者ガイデンにはない広範囲かつ一撃必殺の攻撃となっており、多勢に無勢の状態が長く続く戦況を一気に覆すことができます。もちろん1対1の戦闘における比率も健在です。
Yeah,
プレイヤー
baby.
同様、敵もガードや回避をしてくるため、緊張感のあるフェアな戦闘を味わうことができます。敵の動きをしっかりと捉えながら、一瞬の隙を逃さずに攻撃を仕掛けていくことが重要です。ヌエの型によって忍者ガイデンのアクションの味わいに さらなる進化を感じられるかと
New
思い
A
ます。
style.
特にアクションに関しては手触り、バランス調整など細部にわたり日々議論させていただき、会社の垣根を越えた密なやり取りをさせていただいています。本作の主人公であるヤクモは竜とは一味違うアクションを有していますが、その中でもしっかりと忍者ガイデンらしさを感じていただけると思います。例えばカラス、ヌエ、2つの型があるという点がヤクモの大きな特徴ですが、それらが持つ多彩な性能のアクションを用いて敵や状況ごとに使い分ける攻略の深みや滅却、絶技などを絡めた抑揚あるスピーディーな攻防などはもちろんヤクモでも健在です。
ヤクモと竜ハヤブサはそれぞれがかなり異なる個性的な遊び心地になっていますので、さまざまな戦闘バリエーションを楽しむことができるようになっています。ヤクモそして竜ハヤブサの双方で飛燕、伊豆名落としなどシリーズおなじみのアクションも駆使しつつ
That drop is so
新アクションを
cool.
織り交ぜた新しい忍者ガイデンにご期待ください。
Yeah.
忍者ガイデンシリーズに色濃く残っている歯応えやグレードの高いアクション体験の継承、さらに我々プラチナゲームズの特徴であるスピーディーなアクションやダイナミックな演出を取り入れ、進化した正当続編を作り上げるべく総力を挙げて開発を進めております。
容赦ない敵とのいかなる攻防にもフェアに戦える手触りをヤクモでも目指しています。皆様に進化した忍者ガイデンを触っていただける日を楽しみにしています。
シリーズファンはもちろんのこと、忍者ガイデンを初めてプレイする方でも存分に楽しめる作品になっておりますので、ぜひ発売をお待ちください。
長年にわたってプラチナゲームズさんと共にまさに忍者のように潜んで忍者ガイデン4の開発を進めてきましたが、ついに発表することができて非常に嬉しく思います。2025年秋に本作を皆様にお届けできるのを楽しみにしています。続報にもぜひご期待ください。
Fall 2025.
Oh, that's sick. That's sick. Artwork.
さて本日お伝えしたい
One
発
more
表は
thing.
それだけではありません。
Old Ninja
Remakes.
ご覧ください。
Old Ninja Gaiden's coming. Prepare to break your fucking controllers.
Oh, that's cool actually.
Could be Ninja Gaiden 3 blasted.
My path leads through the land of the dead.
That looks good.
Thus the sun sets
Yeah.
on Dragon Ninja Bloodline.
Which one is it? Is it 3?
I think this might even be 1.
Go back to
Oh.
All paths before me are cruel and arduous. Our time has come.
Two?
No, it's 2. That was fucking wrong.
Okay. Why
忍者ガイ
two?
デン2のオリジナル版は2008
They
年に
did
Xbox 360で
re-release
発売し、
Black
バイ
at
オレン
some
スな
point.
表
They
現とハイスピー
remastered
ドなバトルを
Black.
皆様にお楽しみいただいた作品で
Ninja Gaiden 3
す。今作忍者ガイデン2ブラックで
Not
はオリジナ
sure
ル版
why
の
they
表現に
did
立ち戻り、アンリアルエン
why
ジン
1 would
5 を
be
用い
the
て
case.
グラ
I
フィ
don't
ック
know
を
if
大幅
they
に刷
redid
新し、
1 at some
忍
point.
者ガイデン2の完全版として開発いたしました。美麗なグラフィックでお楽しみいただけるのはもちろん、竜ハヤブサに加え、綾音、モミジ、レイチェルもプレイブルキャラクターとして登場します。そして本作は本日、
Oh, if they don't,
コンソール
maybe I'll-
PC そして Xbox
Today.
パスでこの後すぐに発売となります。
Wow.
忍者ガイデンシリーズを長年応援い
That's
ただ
what
いて
the
いる皆
stream
様は
is
もちろんのこと本
Momo's
日
gonna
忍
be
者ガイデン
playing
を知ってい
Ninja
ただい
Gaiden
た
2
皆様
Black
も
on
忍者
Xbox
ガイデン
Game
4
Pass.
発売前にぜひ本作をお楽しみください。
Honestly, I might. I don't know.
今年は
We'll
チーム忍
see.
者創立30周年の節目であり、本日発表させていただいた忍者ガイデン4を含め2025年は忍者の年、イヤーオブザ忍者となります。
Maybe I'll
ぜひ
check
忍者ガイデンシリーズ
quickly
の展開にご注
a
目ください。
video of what happens in 1,
ありがとうございました。
and then I'll play 2.
Hell yeah.
We'll see.
Goddamn year of Shadow is over. It's the year of the ninja now.
Yeah,
You know it's
Shadow is over.
compulsion game.
Compulsion games.
It is the game that Wigma forgot about.
Oh, it's this. I wasn't a fan of it personally.
It looks alright,
Yeah.
but also not really here for it.
Hi, and welcome to Compulsion Games here in Montreal, Canada.
It looks alright, but it's not for me.
World building, and we treat the setting almost like a character of its own. From the magical noir of contrast to the alternate
I did
history
play
we
that
have to
called
view,
Contest.
we draw inspiration from the landscape to shape mood, drama, and intrigue. For South of Midnight, our third-person action-adventure game, the story and characters bring a folkloric Deep South to life. This gave us a chance to explore Southern Gothic themes with a dark fantasy twist. So while our protagonist Hazel is at the forefront of our story, it's the macabre elements and larger-than-life creatures that will leave a mark on her journey and growth.
It is really picking up out there. Did you pack everything?
Mama, this ain't my first hurricane. I know what to do.
As long as you didn't forget the
Flashlights and batteries.
Oh, shoot, we got 5 minutes. Let's go.
We wouldn't be rushed if you didn't.
Don't mumble. Speak on it.
I said we wouldn't be rushed if you didn't waste all that time at the shelter.
Now, you want to bring this up right now.
I'm just saying.
Hazel, please.
We might need some help. I might need some help. While you're out helping everybody else.
Hazel!
Hazel may start her journey as a typical 19-year-old, but disastrous events will push her into a darkly magical world where she'll learn who she really is and how to tap into weaving, an ancient magical power that redefines her trajectory in life.
The land itself chooses Hazel as a weaver. Someone who can see beyond the surface and tap into a deeper reality, the grand tapestry. Weavers can see the fabric binding our world, connecting people, nature, and echoes of the past.
Keep those hands to yourself.
Hazel can perceive both the mystical strands and stigmas in the world. Through her newfound power, she reweaves these stigmas and mends the afflicted creatures she encounters.
As Hazel discovers her power, the
You know,
world
Momo?
gradually shifts
What?
They're
into
trying
the
to
surreal,
do this like
revealing that creatures
Spider-Verse
from old
like
folktales
half frame rate
actually
art style
exist.
thing going on.
Yeah, but it doesn't work. I don't know. It doesn't work to me.
Among them is good old
I
Catfish.
feel like the game would have
storyteller who
looked
becomes
better
both the
without it.
guide and
Yeah,
companion to Hazel.
I agree.
Look how this creatures move. Right? Like, I feel like we should have just given this like
Would
60
you kindly do your
Yeah.
everything and help me down?
Meeting Catfish.
I still need
marked
to watch the
beginning
second
of Hazel's
Spider-Verse.
All of Hazel's
movie.
arsenal and powers are designed around textile crafting
When
and
you watch it,
traditional
we'll
spinning
watch it.
wheels. Her weapons include
I'm thinking of watching it when there's gonna be a date for the ferry.
her magic
bro, that's never
abilities
happening, bro.
manifest
That
with
movie
supernatural.
Yeah, I know, but I know that it's like it's kind of like 2 parts, so I'm like, I might as well wait at this point.
Those abilities also help Hazel progress on a journey.
As her journey unfolds, Hazel will master new weaving abilities, using them to traverse the world, conjure objects, and confront adversaries.
Combat is about understanding and adapting to different enemy archetypes known as Aints, the manifestations of corruption Hazel encounters.
These haints trap Hazel in combat until she unravels them, destroying them in the process.
Each Aint has its own unique moveset, strengths, and weaknesses that you'll need to learn and adapt to. For example, the slug burrows on the ground and unleashes devastating strikes from afar, while the Ravager closes the distance with chilling speed. Hazel can counter these threats with agile melee abilities to execute powerful combos, jump attacks,
You know, it's also not
and
doing
charge
things
attacks.
to this game any
But close
favors
combat
right now.
is risky and can
What?
backfire, because Aints have powerful defensive abilities.
We just
Mastering
saw
your
combat
magical
that
skills
was like
can be key to gaining
lightning.
upper end.
Oh, the Ninja Gaiden, yeah, that's true.
Incredibly boring compared to.
I was thinking, yeah, it's such a bad choice to put it after Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, they should have maybe like put Doom in front of it between these guys.
Yeah.
Then press the advantage with follow-up strikes. Spells interact uniquely with each enemy type, creating dynamic combat scenarios, especially when facing multiple types of opponents at the same time. Once near death, enemies can be unraveled, breaking their core and setting them free of their corruption, which has the added benefit of providing health boosts and reducing ability cooldowns. If you play your
I'm just spacing out.
in the game, she unlocks
I'm
new
gonna be
moves and
real,
improved
I've seen
abilities,
this kind of
and you'll
stuff
have
so
to
many
decide
times
which
before.
areas to prioritize.
Yeah.
The
That's
upgrades will
explaining
change
skill
how you
trees
approach
to me
combat,
now.
like enhancing area-related attacks, or refining push and pull skills to improve precision and make them feel more rewarding.
I'm not a big fan of games where you have to execute enemies.
Built around chaining attacks,
It's annoying sometimes.
and unraveling enemies.
I like it fine.
You mind if I take a look around?
You
can see every place old Molly terrorized and more.
not great,
Now
dude.
for the low price of
Yeah, you're right about this art style. I hate it now.
You'll explore
You know what's weird? In
each
that
ruled by a
scene
mythical creature
particular,
with their own
he
Southern
moves
Gothic
at like the
history.
15 frames,
You'll
but
gradually
she did
uncover the
not.
backstories of these beings once
It
human
hurts
animals
the
were
eyes.
transformed
I don't
by
know.
tragedy.
It hurts my eyes.
There's secrets waiting to be discovered. As a weaver, Hazel heals these creatures by collecting.
I feel like my
metals
stream
and
is lagging.
We call these echoes, which reveal each creature's past.
And I feel like
Hazel
they don't
must
commit. Like
experience
some
these
of it
echoes
moves
before
at
she can
15 and the others move at 60 and then they move at 30.
To someone.
Yeah, it's kind of
Design
odd.
each region to reflect the creature that's been doomed to wander it. From the atmospheric environment to unique music themes composed for each one. While not all encounters lead to direct combat, Hazel will need to face mythical creatures in epic confrontation before she can heal them. Our boss encounters and gameplay sequences also reflects the uniqueness of each creature, with distinct mechanics that center around a specific thematic. These encounters feature multiple phases that ramp up in complexity.
What?
As the encounters progress, the
I
musical
dig
theme
the
builds up,
music.
cranking
Yeah, I dig, but it didn't fit. I don't know.
Tom or hugging Molly. Each of these larger-than-life creatures is inspired by Southern folklore and lead to climactic battles.
We got a long journey ahead.
But the gator is cool though.
South of Midnight unfolds as a hero's journey, and as Hazel, you'll travel through a tapestry of Southern-inspired landscapes. From abysmal swamps to flooded farmlands to the Appalachian peaks. In our magical South, decaying buildings reclaimed by nature stand moments away from a hungry Rugal. And as Hazel delves deeper, reality bends ever more toward the fantastical.
The history, landscape, and folklore of the American Deep South fill our world, and our team has infused the game with thoughtful details and environmental storytelling, like our bottle trees and haint blue porches, which are said to ward off evil spirits. The way to the past emerges as central themes, which you can see through old abandoned buildings and businesses struggling to survive. As you explore, you'll meet locals who stayed behind even in the face of a hurricane.
So I'm the last person left here. All those damn haints. This part of the river's filthy with them.
Artistically, we're staying true to our moody compulsion signature style. But this time, we're using a handcrafted approach inspired by stop motion.
It feels weird when the
which
characters
allows
are
our
in
team
stop
to
motion
bring
but
a
the background is at
distinct
60
personality and tone to
FPS.
every prop and character. Because this
Oh,
folklore is
shit,
open to
like, you
visual
don't commit.
interpretation, we
Yeah.
embrace the freedom to reimagine these creatures
Like, it
and their
either all
stories
needs to
to
move at
adapt how
one
they look and to
set
craft
frame
our own
rate or
version of
not,
a fantastical
like,
Deep South.
where you don't do this.
Yeah.
At Compulsion Games, we love to craft around central themes. We're lucky to have talent across all our disciplines that collaborate to give South of Midnight such a unique personality. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into South of Midnight. We're thrilled to announce that the game will launch on April 8th, and pre-orders are now available on Xbox and Steam.
Wigma pick it up so we can counterpick.
He took it?
No, I'm saying Wigma should pick it up. Right
Oh, yeah, okay. I was like, no way.
Here we go. Now we're getting real stuff.
Sandfall.
So fucking hyped for this game, man.
Wait, what is it?
Expedition 33.
Oh, okay, yeah. I like it.
Everyone, we are Sunfall Interactive, and welcome
It
to
triggered my French.
I mean, they're all French.
Yeah, but it triggered my French when he said bonjour.
Working on our first
I was like, wait, am I on the good stream?
It's a turn-based RPG set in a fantasy version.
Yeah, it looks good at all. I'm not sure yet if I'm gonna play it, but I want to, but I'm not sure.
Started as a solo passion project. I wanted to create something like the JRPGs with turn-based combat I grew up with and loved, but that fully leveraged the latest tech, refreshed the genre with new features, and took place in a compelling world. I knew I needed help to realize my dream. First, I turned to a programmer I knew would get it.
Guillaume and I started trading ideas right away, and that quickly turned into trading files back and forth. Soon, I was creating the first prototypes of the reactive turn-based system, combining real-time offense and defense element, and a cinematic battle camera system. Things really clicked when we tested the first version of those features. We felt we had something both challenging and fun.
As Tom and I went
You
back
have
and
Discord
forth
open
iterated
next
on
to
game
you.
elements, a vision started to come together.
We
And I
work
shared
on
it with
Discord
an
all
old
the
friend.
time.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Guillaume and I are both passionate gamers, and when he described the project, I quit my job the following week and joined the team without hesitation. Because I believe that in video games, success always starts with a strong creative vision. And we had that, defined by
What was
three
that
core
buff the
elements.
dog?
A story with great emotional depth.
There was a buffed
Gameplay
dog
that
figure on
relates
the
classics we love.
desk.
And a world that is completely original,
Oh.
beautiful, and immersive.
So they had to
We
put
founded
the
Sunfall
Eiffel Tower.
Interactive on these tenets.
Yeah.
A group of friends with a shared vision and the drive to make something great.
This too is your legacy.
Core to every great RPG is a compelling story. And Guillaume and I spent 4 years intensively developing and refining ours. And that started with the hook. 67 years ago, a massive slumbering paintress and a monolith appeared with no warning. Once a year, the paintress wakes and paints a number on her monolith, and everyone who has passed that age is erased. Every year that number ticks down,
Spoilers.
everyone dies younger and younger. Expeditions depart to kill the paintress, determined to fight until their final breath, but none have ever returned. Our story follows Expedition 33.
Expeditioners, we honor your dedication.
Guillaume and I knew early on that we didn't want to focus on good versus evil. What's interesting to us are people who, yes, are flawed, but who care deeply about each other. And conflicts arise because they have different perspectives on what needs to be done.
I'm sorry about earlier.
We wanted our story to feel dark and mature, with adult characters who feel like real people with real experiences.
I'm always missing something that everyone else just gets.
The heart of the story is about overcoming an existential threat while struggling with loss and grief. And it's rooted in the characters' relationships, both to each other and to themselves.
What are we gonna do, huh? Tell me. What are we gonna do?
In a world like this, how does one stay hopeful or make peace with their fate? What duty do we owe to each other or to ourselves? These questions are deeply personal to me, and they permeate the story behind the story.
Know that Lumiere fights with you. Tomorrow comes Expedition 33.
The characters all have their own motivations and perspectives. Gustave and Lune are deeply invested in the expedition, even if they fight all the time. To them, the mission is tied not only to their family, it's central to their identity and purpose.
Protocol doesn't cover every contingency.
There's
You know that.
Contrast that with Ciel, whose darkest days have already happened.
What are the stars whispering to you? Actually, I'm the one whispering to them. It's something my dad and I used to do.
She's the shadow heart.
Who cares more about
Sucks,
really
sucks.
living her life or just living longer.
Gustav, are you
Makes me wonder more, Momo.
real?
It's a problem.
It's not all dark, though. Along the way, they meet various colorful NPCs and recruit Monoko, who is a friendly but kinda bloodthirsty philosopher and a fully playable character. He has a really cool battle mechanic where he can turn into the enemies he defeats.
What are you doing?
Okay, he's a blue man.
Foot! Aha!
Wait, maybe I need to play again.
He's very, very old and has seen many expeditions come and go. He is a Gestrol, which are a group of playful beings who view battle as a form of meditation.
Where does that funk come from?
You'll meet Monoko and many other Gestrols across the game.
Sometimes you just gotta funk out.
Maybe, yeah.
And of course, there is
Look at
SG,
this jolly fucker.
who is one of the oldest and lore-wise the most powerful creatures in the verse.
SK is that powerful?
He will be your mount and help you travel to secret corners of the world.
Yeah, that's jolly.
And if you bring him special stones, you can unlock abilities for him to access new areas of the world and find exciting secrets.
Sick. This is Journey. This is like Final Fantasy X.
Everyone has
Type
their
of
own
shit,
reason.
Yeah, it feels like, yeah.
And each of them has their own story arc and resolution that we think players will really connect with.
In addition to a strong narrative, we had a clear vision for our own take on the genre's core gameplay. Our reactive turn-based system takes the traditional turn-based battle mechanic we love and adds a real-time reaction, which gives combat greater intensity and dynamism. During enemy turns, you can negate all damage by dodging or parrying at the right time.
Good at berries.
The balancing turn-based with real-time mechanics took a long time to get right. During
You trained with Mario RPG recently, right?
the real-time elements too hard. Some of us are still traumatized by enemies from back then. We've done a lot of rebalancing since, and with a lot of iteration, we ultimately came up with a formula that we're proud of. Players who are good at real-time can take more risks, and others can counterbalance with items and strategies. A big part of that formula lies in the many ways you can customize your character. We spend a lot of time designing each character's unique mechanics and their custom skill trees. Our philosophy is making every type of playstyle viable so that everyone can have fun with how they play the game. Each character has a unique mechanic. Miles switches between stances which can alternately boost defense or power. I personally like to make Miles the protector of the group, but I'm pretty much the only one at the studio who plays her that way. Most people play her as a glass cannon.
Everyone else in the studio
Gustav's
thinks I'm
complementary
shit.
skills. The characters can also equip hundreds of passive effects, which in our game are called Lumina. Every character has more than
Materials.
20 unique skills in their skill tree and hundreds of passive effects. They can gain through Lumina and weapons.
Oh, this is the
So there are
game
a
we're
ton of
gonna
builds and
break,
playstyle to
Momo.
explore. Needless to say, we can't wait to see how you choose to play and what kinds of build you'll design that we probably never even imagined.
Our story is set in the French fantasy world, and I was really excited to design something unique. Every level has its own color and texture identity. For example, the Gestrel Village is an early area in the game where players can enjoy a fun break. We wanted something that feels chaotic, grungy, and toy-like. It's basically a bazaar. Everything's disorganized, chaos everywhere, huts are unsafe, built without much thought. It's a place where anyone could fight you at any point, which is pretty much what the Gestrels are like. The Gestrel village is hidden inside the ancient sanctuary. The ideas here were forest, labyrinth, and sentinels. I designed it as a vibrant place, like an old graveyard of Gestrels, or forgotten wooden toys in a box, with two main colors, red and white. I wanted to make it feel cozy, hidden from danger, with traps and labyrinths in case enemies get in.
Turn back.
Same process with the character.
It's cozy, don't worry.
I thought of a monkey-like body, white fur with a black and red flat mask.
Ladies, could I?
Ow!
Definitely a gestural.
For Escape, we needed a cuddly companion to take us around the world. I thought instantly of a giant inflatable balloon and old Victorian pillows with many intricate motifs. We start with the core themes and ideas, and the visuals grow organically from there.
From the very start of the project, there was one thing that we absolutely wanted to bring back from older JRPGs. A feature we really loved, but is very rare these days. A completely 3D and navigable world map. Yes, we've got a world map. And it was a real challenge to create, both artistically and technically. And it ended up a lot bigger than we expected. You'll definitely need SK's help traveling around. Here we go! We're super happy with the result, though, as there's a lot of side paths and entire hidden levels. If you want to fight the toughest bosses of the game, you will have to explore. Good luck.
We've poured our hearts and souls into this game for the past 4 years. That's why we're delighted to announce that Expedition 33 launches on April 24th.
Oh,
Xbox Series X and
wait,
S,
might be
and
a
is
good
available
timing
day one with Xbox Game
for
Pass.
me. We'll see.
You can already wishlist the game and follow us for more info.
If there's nothing else around, I might play it.
Into the world of Expedition 33. We are a small, passionate team.
We won't have
It's
to
our
switch
debut
to
game,
yet,
and we
Momo.
can't wait
Yeah,
to discover
exactly.
our
I
story,
think that's
our
why I'm
world,
saying I
and our
think
take
it's
on the turn-based genre.
it's a good timing.
On behalf of everyone at Sunfall, thank you for joining us. Tomorrow comes.
Demain viendra.
Tomorrow comes.
Demain
What did he say?
That's it's tomorrow comes.
Oh,
Yeah, but in French.
I thought he was cursing at someone. Let's get some Doom, y'all.
Yeah, the vibe is changing here.
Little bit.
Hello, and welcome to Dallas, Texas, home of id Software, where more than 30 years ago, a small team of game developers helped define and set a course for first-person shooters. A lot has changed since then, but our team is as passionate as ever. And the most important values at the core of our games, innovation, craftsmanship, and performance, remain a priority for us to this day.
And as you're about to see, those values are infused in every aspect of this latest installment in the legendary Doom franchise. It is an honor to work on this game, to carry on id's tradition of creating all-out, groundbreaking levels of fun.
So now, we're excited to share with you a look at our most ambitious game yet. This is Doom: The Dark Ages.
That was so stupid I mouthed the words. In Doom: The Dark Ages, you will feel like the superweapon in the center of a medieval war against hell. Set in a cinematic sci-fi fantasy world full of locations to explore, powerful weapons to unlock, and enemies to conquer. This is a prequel to Doom 2016, and that's given us the opportunity to reimagine every aspect of this experience.
Bro,
So if you're
couldn't
new
tell
to the
me what the
franchise,
fuck Doom
then
was
Doom: The
about.
Dark Ages will be the perfect entry point into the
Told me
series.
this was not
And if you're
canon,
a
I would've
longtime
not
fan,
cared.
then you'll be able to see, in a lot of ways, the feel of the game is really a return to form. So let's break it down, starting with the combat.
Oh shit.
Oh, foi Coco!
Fighter jet. In Doom: The Dark Ages, you'll be an iron
Switch, y'all.
tank, strong but still fast.
Oh, Pokemon is coming to Xbox.
System with an emphasis on power over
Wow,
the
Yeah.
already 2 Doom games on Switch.
balance between enemy projectiles and player movement speed that makes strafing to aim viable again, just like in the classic Doom games. But it's not all about nostalgia. Innovation is the goal, always. And so for Doom the Dark Ages, it's an all-new world with new tools and new mechanics to master. Let me introduce you to the Shield Saw. Block. Throw. Parry. Deflect. All from one input. It's contextual, tons of depth on a single button press. You know, we want every Doom game to stand on its own.
From one input? That's a little bit weird.
So in 2016, we asked you to run and gun. In Doom Eternal, it was jump and shoot. And in Doom the Dark Ages, you're gonna stand and fight.
Played a bunch in 2016. 2016 is real good.
It's Eternal?
And the Shield Saw.
No, it's before. Oh, yeah, okay.
With some of the biggest, baddest demons we've ever created at id. But that's not all. Because if you're gonna stand and fight, then you gotta have something to follow up that opening parry with. How about an iron flail? Or maybe an electrified gauntlet? Or even a Doom spiked mace? That's right, we have 3 melee options that are part of a melee system. All on one input, complete with combos and upgrades. And it's totally awesome. And you can finish off the demons now with an all-new, unsynced, completely in the player's control glory kill system. From any angle, in and out, as you see fit. And it feels amazing. You'll feel unstoppable smashing your way through the horde with total freedom. And that seems like a ton, but that's just 2 inputs. We got one more really important button that we haven't talked about yet. The trigger. That's right, we've saved the best for last.
It's so weird to me that there's only 3 buttons to press.
Some of the most ridiculously powerful weapons that we've ever created.
I mean, if it works, right?
Yeah, of course. This sounds odd.
Ancient. Brutal torture machines built to butcher, impale, and shred the minions of
The
hell.
weapons in Dooms are always so cool though.
Only in Doom. That's the mission statement for the design of these never-before-seen, insanely fun-to-use tools of mayhem that only the Slayer has the power to wield. So let's take a look at some extended gameplay footage and see how these medieval mechanics synergize with the enemies and the environments to form the new combat loop for Doom the Dark Ages.
Is there gonna be a new Animal Crossing at the same time or?
That'd be fucking funny.
It'll be funny that it happens twice.
And under the hood, for the first time in an id game, we've made our combat more approachable and flexible than ever before, with a new difficulty system and sliders that will allow players to tune the speed and challenge of the game to whatever fits them best. You can slow things down or speed them up. It's a
Oh, that's good.
Slayers.
And the
But you can
gameplay
speed them
doesn't
up.
end with just the Slayer. We finally have for you, you've been waiting for 2 games now, to get in and pilot your very
Oh, a
own
mecha?
30-story Atlas, which is a mech. It's the size of a building, it's powerful, and you can beat giant Titan-sized demons to death with your gauntleted fists. And if that wasn't enough, we also have for you your very own fire-breathing, gun-toting cybernetic dragon. Neither of these are one-and-done features either. They have a full suite of abilities and even mini-bosses. The spectacle is epic. The power fantasy is unlike anything we've made it in. And the combat systems behind these features are deep and tons of fun. And as cool as all that is, we know that fans of single-player action games expect more than just great combat to pull them through the experience. So we're excited to share with you not just the gunplay, but the world of Doom the Dark Ages. Your hero's journey will take you to the far reaches of the Doom universe. Mysterious worlds from the Slayer's past, dark forests, dungeons, ancient hellscapes, battlefields, and worlds beyond. And through exploration, you'll be unlocking new abilities and godlike powers every step of the way. Now armed with your trusty shield saw, you're gonna cut, leap, and smash your way through environments full of secrets and treasures. There's always something new waiting to be discovered or destroyed. Now let's take a closer look at just one of the many missions you'll experience in Doom the Dark Ages. In this level, you will meet the enemy at the gates and save a city from certain destruction. Explore the medieval battlefield outside the castle walls, seeking out targets and enemy formations along the way to engage with as you see fit, with any gun you choose. Explore what is the largest play space ever in a Doom game, discovering secret caves and dungeon-like mines in search of vital resources. You control the pace of the game.
That feels like a Metroid Prime a little bit.
Who you fight.
Yeah, no, dude.
And
The
the
Doom
objectives
reboot
you
had a
pursue.
little bit of Prime as well.
It's a Doom sandbox full of war and riches. Once you've broken the enemy assault, head back to the main gates because the battle isn't over yet. And the soundtrack to your epic adventures will be composed by the award-winning team at Finishing Move, providing you with a metal soundscape that's loaded with guitars, medieval vibes, and pure adrenaline. You'll feel like you're expanding the legend of the Slayer with every mission you complete. And speaking of that legend, the story of Doom the Dark Ages, like everything else in the game, is big. It's a summer blockbuster event with everything on the line, and you are the star of the show. Your power is coveted by your enemies and withheld from your allies. With the Slayer imprisoned at the start of our story, the balance of power between good and evil is shifting, and time is running out. It's a new story and the perfect entry point for new players. It's easier to access now as we've taken the narrative out of the codex and into the cutscenes, featuring new characters, old allies, and powerful new villains. And for returning players, it leads directly into the Doom 2016 Slayer's Testaments. It's an action story worthy of the Slayer's legend.
We've got 10 years of making modern Doom games together, and we've done better with every game we've made.
The hope with all this, the goal, is to give players an experience that's as fun to play as it was to make, and make something that's good enough to become the best game id has ever made.
Yeah.
When Doom the
Oh.
Dark Ages releases,
What did I say, this year? Oh, this May.
Good stuff. Secrets?
What is that? Oh.
I was playing Secrets.
Yeah, me too. I was like, oh. I don't know. Yeah.
You will feel like the super weapon in the center of a
Ninja
medieval
Gaiden
war
4 is
against hell.
published by Xbox
All
Studios,
of
but it's
Hazel's
also coming to
powers are designed
PlayStation.
around textile crafting and spinning wheels. The combat system is built around chaining attacks and unraveling enemies.
Our reactive
Yeah, Ninja Gaiden 2. I might actually play as
and dynamism.
Ready to fucking break your controller.
It's a game I always felt like I missed out on.
楽しみにしています。
Time to get on it. Get that Game Pass.
I'm probably gonna watch like Ninja Gaiden 1 recap or whatever before to see to have an idea of what happens, what's happening.
What's happening, friends? Welcome to Podcast Unlocked. It is official.
Alright, I don't care about the podcast though.
Get out of here, podcast.